Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special United Region. On this episode, we're going to be talking about environment. And no, I don't mean the kind of environment with the pretty flowers and the trees and the leaves and the woods and the beach. No, I'm talking about the kind of environment that can affect how a person develops and grows out into the world. Welcome to part 2 of our Autism Awareness Month for 2024. Now, as I was saying, we're going to talk about environment, and some of you may be wondering, what do you mean by environment? Well, what I'm referring to is a person's living arrangements and the world they grow up in, like if they grow up in a friendly neighborhood, or if they have a place that makes them kind of feel free and themselves. Like some people love the beach, as you know I do, and some people love the cold, some people love to ski or snow, or they just have a place where they feel at one with themselves or accept who they are. They feel like who they are is acknowledged or encouraged, and all their needs personally and physically are met, and they just feel free. And it's important and wonderful to feel that, and not everyone gets that. Well, believe it or not, I actually know something about that feeling. I'm very lucky. I've grown up in very friendly environments, from when I was a little boy in Kansas to making a life for myself here in Florida. But it has taken some time, and something I've learned is that, well, you have to feel appreciative of yourself. You have to feel like you have purpose to take care of yourself. And well, that kind of fits in with what we're talking about with the environment. You see, if you don't take care of yourself, you don't take care of your environment. And you have to appreciate yourself to appreciate your environment and take care of it. And well, ever since I've been having the right kind of job and the right kind of people and the element of the beach and a good team to work with and the right kind of job to do and have purpose in my life, the more motivated and the more dedicated I've been to kind of giving myself the right environment. You've noticed I've done a little redecorating. And well, I'm the result of having the right environment and having the right kind of place. And if you'll join me on today's episode, I'd like to take you a little tour of my environment. Those of you who have watched our show before probably recognize this from a smaller angle. For those of you just tuning in with us today, this is my cinema room where I actually live, watch TV, and treat it like a movie theater. It's actually kind of sweet. And for those of you who may have noticed in the last episode or recently, I've done a little redecorating. You might recognize the Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck pictures, and maybe the tikis from my last video for Autism Awareness Month. I've had the tikis for a little while, and the Bugs Bunny pictures from the Warner Brothers. I'll talk about those in a little while later on each corner. Right now, I wanted to show you a little bit about my environment. And this is my little cinema room. I like to enjoy myself. And it also serves as my studio here for the United Region. Now, if you'll join me to the left side of the corner, if you'll see right there, there's a little space. I'd like to show you what that's for. It's been at least a little over a year since I've gotten the desk, but this nice little corner I've tried to be able to use as an art studio. As you can imagine, having lived in the area for only 3 years and having a full-time job, YouTube channel, and volunteering Autism Center with so many other things, well, it's taken a lot of self-discipline and dedication to, actually to kind of get organized here and make the space on the desk for a little art studio, and even to declutter some things. It's still a work in progress, but believe you and me, the effort is well worth it. And soon, I'll be able to work on my own little comic book here. I can't wait to see that. Right now, I'm just, it's a work in progress, but I'm using it as a little studio for some practice art projects. And as you can see there, you might recognize it looks a lot like a sketch I did. Well, not a sketch, a cover page for the last Autism Awareness Month video. It's actually the cover for this one. This is how I start out. I draw them, and then I take a picture of them on the phone, and I put them on the computer and edit them digitally. And I'm hoping to do a lot of that artwork right here at this nice little desk, just like a lot of comic book artists do. And I have a nice, fun little puzzle and a little souvenir I bought at Beach Shop, and case with a little Batmobile in it, comic book, instruction book, and lots of other cool little things for a nice little art studio. If you want to join me at the other corner of the cinema room, there's something else kind of cool I'd like to show you. As you can see behind me is a picture of my father and I when I was a little boy, and he was showing me how to fly a kite. I'm not quite sure where that beach is. And also, if you look here, you'll see my rack of a wide variety of DVDs and a few books at the bottom of the shelf. And right there, as I said earlier, is my Daffy Duck portrait that I got when I was doing the Warner Brothers video. Some of you may remember that. And I finally was able to put him in a tiki right at the right corner as part of the permanent display for the United Region studio. And if you look to the left, speaking of Looney Tunes and tiki, something else I said I'd show you, and a fun little surprise. If you look to my right, you'll see the picture of Bugs Bunny that I bought for the Warner Brothers video. We're celebrating the 100th anniversary, and now it also, like the Daffy Duck, is part of my permanent studio decoration. And another one of the tikis I got from Elvin Island, help with the cinema scenery. Honestly, that's sort of why I got the Looney Tunes and thought it would be fun to have Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck kind of help with the theater scenery, a little atmosphere, set the mood. And many of you may recognize my little studio set with the parrot and the flamingo and the lighthouse, the seashells, and the Pensacola Beach sign here in Florida. This is the surprise I mentioned. This is a Sheldon shirt I have. Some of you may recognize the character from Big Bang Theory, and this was autographed for me by Mr. Will Wheaton himself. I'm pretty proud of it. A lot of you don't see it unless you maybe see in the corner. You may or may not. Sometimes I try to not have too much seen back corner. And now if you'll join me, I'd love to show you my bedroom. In this angle of my room, you'll see my top chest of drawers, which I've dusted and tried to keep in the best shape I can. I've also tried to declutter it. I've had a lot more on it in the past, and well, I just thought maybe I would feel a little more, I don't know, like I have a little more room to breathe, or not so much, I don't know, stuff. And well, it kind of helps. It might be feng shui, I don't know, but it gives me a little sense of, I don't know, less is more, I guess you could say. Here, I have a little family present, a food truck, a little personal wooden box I've kind of kept for sentimental reasons. Used to keep a ring in there. Little glass plaque for when I graduated Pitt State. Picture of when I went to New York and saw the entrance of the Jimmy Fallon show. Now that was pretty boss. Didn't get to see the show, but to see the studio, how many people can say that? Social worker statue. It was a present. Very grateful for that. Little SpongeBob thing I've just kept glasses and things in over the years. A little picture of me as a baby, dressed as Santa. Lava lamp I've had since I was a child. The Mickey Mouse clock. Kermit the Frog sign. Life's like a movie. Write your own ending. Keep believing, keep pretending. Yeah. Don't think about that as often as I should, or maybe used to, I don't know. Ooh, my cute little sombrero. Well, anyway, that's just one little bit of decorating and decluttering. And, well, environment, when you make an effort, or when you feel like you have some purpose in your life, it can motivate you when you're at the right point in your life to kind of declutter. And, there are people with a lifestyle that talk all about that, minimalism. I'm not saying you have to have minimalism, but I'm saying maybe everyone can take a page from the book. Kind of know, the old phrase, less is more, like I said earlier, and maybe kind of just not have so much stuff right in front of your face. Give yourself some breathing room, and it makes a difference. And I did that here, and I like what I have. And if you like this, I can't wait to show you everything else. To the left of my bed, you'll see a little table with my reading lamp and Descendants novel book and Acme weapons book, Wile E. Coyote. I love Looney Tunes. And you'll notice the little coaster. I made that many years ago. It was one of my first years at Pitt State University in Kansas. It was either my first or second year. I think it was my first year. We had craft night. I made a Kermit the Frog coaster. And you'll see a little turtle knick-knack and some coasters. And my little SpongeBob pineapple statue, a little plant growing outside of it. Can't believe how old this alarm clock is. And I've tried to keep my table clean, pledging everything, and keep my lamp nice and clean, and been trying to keep, my area a little decluttered or in good shape, and kind of treat my bedroom and my environment as important as I need to treat my body. To the right of my bed, you'll see another little group of knickknacks and things. Little surfboard keychain, cute little sunflower coaster, sign that says "Don't give up the ship." I love that. My Bibles. You'll notice that little metal cup thing. I got that my first job as a teacher assistant. It's actually pretty cool. What it is you lift up the lid and it can turn into a little metal cup that you can put a drink in. I love it. Love it. It's just so fun. You'll notice little boxes of when I lived in Kansas, files and things, and two cool signs from when I was just starting to get to know Pensacola, and I was checking out the beach stores. And you'll see my little Seinfeld mug. I just think it's fun decoration, like they have talk show. So like Jimmy Fallon and Kimmel and lots of other great talk show hosts have. You'll also notice a group of heads. And for you music lovers, no, those aren't talking heads. It's a little thing I got when I was at Mount Rushmore. Well, before we call it a day, I have one more little surprise to talk to you about with environment. Anyone who's seen my show or knows me personally probably wouldn't be too surprised to see me here at beautiful Pensacola Beach, Florida. But I do have a reason for being here other than just my love for being at the beach. We've been talking about environment and how it can influence a person with autism. Well, just like a person who hasn't been diagnosed with autism, all of humankind for that matter, environment can influence, it affects a person's productivity with work, how they treat people around them, their attitude, their motivation, their state of mind. And that's why I've come here today, because this is a place where I come at the end of the work week where I can just get some exercise, boogie board, and I can just feel centered, or at least that's been my intention. And I've been able to do that for almost 2 years, and I just love it. Some days it works better than others, but let me tell you, I come here and I feel so connected to the people and to the world around me, and I feel recharged. And it's just a good place just as you can see, it's amazing. It's the most beautiful water you'll ever see. It's incredible, truly beautiful. And I love being here. And out there's a place in the world for everyone. And if it's not the beach, it may be the mountains, it may be a park, wherever. But I urge you to ask yourself, where do I feel comfortable? Where do I feel centered? That I can just be myself. And here at the beach, at Pensacola, there's a fun arcade, there's wonderful waves. I boogie board whenever I can. It's just incredible. And friendly people, and great ice cream place with arcade, and and fun restaurants. I love it here. And I feel like I can be myself here. And there's a place for everybody like that, as I may have mentioned in past episodes. And I want you to remember that. There's more than one way that environment works. And here is a way that my environment helps fit me, be it at home or be it out in the world, like in nature. And I want to thank you all for joining me on the special environment episode of our Autism Awareness Month here at the United Region. I'll see you soon. Bye.